This video falls under fair use. If there is a problem with my video, please contact me. Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're continuing the journey of Ben 10 Alien Force. This is Ben 10 Alien Force Season 2 Episode 6, titled, of course we won't know until we get into the episode. So last week's episode was pretty crazy, had a big reveal, and a returning character, Cooper, was back in the show, and his last appearance, of course, was at the very end of the original Ben 10 Classic series. It was crazy to see him again, and you guys are pointing out in the comments, because I didn't even think about this, I just somehow, I guess I misremembered it, because when they mentioned that Cooper had a crush on Gwen, I just thought, oh yeah, but you guys are going, that never happened. Like, that was just something they just made up. I'm like, oh, okay, so I don't know why they did that, but whatever, I guess to make it kind of awkward or whatever for Cooper, and then Kevin making fun of the whole thing. I guess that was their whole point of making it up, who knows. But the big thing is that Cooper was taken and forced to create tech at the military base in Season 1 that we got to go to, where we met Professor Paradox, you guys saying one of the coolest characters in the Ben 10 world that I've met so far, and I agree. I hope we see that character again. I love Professor Paradox. That was such a really cool character, and the whole concept of time travel and how they talked about it was awesome. So they're back at that base, and they have created the DNA aliens along with the hybrids. I'm assuming the hybrids are not really doing all the work, but they've created 3 weather towers, 3 weather systems, and a giant ark. And they're building all of this because they're planning on bringing all their ships in, because Cooper sees that as he's touching the invisibility, like, cloaking device that he made for them when he was taken and he was dismantling it or whatever. He touched, like, the ark, and he sees all the things, essentially, that it was showing shots of all the stuff that kind of, you know, has happened in terms of the DNA aliens, the hybrids. But then we see new stuff. Ships all flying through a working arc, traveling through a portal, and then the destruction of the planet. That's all new stuff. So this is not good. So we're leading towards this thing, and even Ben saying we have to go back there at some point. So I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm enjoying the show. I love Ben 10. I love this whole this world and how they're expanding upon it and everything, and I can't wait to see more and all that kind of stuff. It's been a great journey so far, and I thank you guys so much for supporting the videos and supporting, you know, my journey on this. Thank you guys so much. So let's dive in, guys. Season 2, Episode 6 of Ben 10 Alien Force. Let's go.
Somebody went to a lot of trouble to get us here. Let's play it out.
Who? Oh. A ball of DNA aliens. Wait, they can fly? What the hell? Spider monkey. He's fast. It was all a trap, clearly. Yep. I love that shot. That was cool. Yeah, you better run. Oh, wait a minute.
Tell me this isn't going to be one of those evil twin things again.
We just had that too, yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I have this thing called the Omnitrix, and I can become
any one of 10 aliens. I've got something important I have to do.
Then maybe I can help you.
You know, you're everything they say you are. With any luck, my own mission will go as well.
Whatever your mission is.
I'm worried about the spider monkey.
Grandpa used something like this to clean his ears. You press down on this, and boric acid solution comes...
What is going on? Whatever this is important.
What am I supposed to do with you? I owe you one, but you're just a common thief.
How dare you? My name is Simeon. Prince Simeon.
Prince?
Prince? No, wait a minute.
They were able to drive off the aliens, and it never would have happened without that crystal. But just as I was about to be crowned, the crystal disappeared. The people thought it was a sign I didn't deserve to be king, hidden in a fortress. That's why I need that equipment to help me break in.
But you don't even know this guy.
And what do you get out of helping him? He saved our lives, remember?
Yeah, well, I mean...
And I told him I wouldn't go without you two. Great.
Great.
So where's the fortress?
Oh, boy.
On the moon. We're going to need pressurized suits to go from the ship to the fortress.
Yeah.
Ben identifies with the prince. They both had a lot of responsibility thrown at them. They're both young.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Sim.
I feel like this is going to be bad. Like, he's actually going to be revealed to be, you know, evil.
What are we supposed to do with the extra arms? You never used to have a problem figuring out what to do with your arms.
Make a beeline for it and explode on contact. I could probably dodge them.
Ooh. I just feel like they're helping out the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
What now?
They're not exploding. Okay.
No roaming charges?
They're all getting separated. That sucks. Humongosaur?
Reach over and activate it for me. Not cool on this end.
Haven't heard from you in a while.
He can't hear you. You have to hold down the button.
Get that.
He didn't say specifically what.
Where'd you get the DNA and resin remover?
How'd you know that? But how'd you know that?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Oh.
Whoever you are.
Hey, I have to fix that. I don't think we can open this thing.
No, but I know who can.
Why are you... Hopefully Ben realized if something's going on.
I think this guy needs to chill out.
I know I don't like to freeze people.
Nice change. Good save.
I don't suppose you tell me what's going on here.
I don't think he's a prince. I think it's all a lie. I think it's all a lie. Ooh! Why is the lines disappearing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
That guard. He was just doing his job. He didn't want to hurt anybody. But you were going to kill him. Really trying to make your planet a better place. You can't start out by murdering someone.
Point. I doubt it's in there. Oh, shit.
You know what this place really is? It's an intergalactic communication center, and the crystal is its power source. That crystal's leaving here with me.
Nope.
Let's see what Humongosaur has to say about that.
Humongosaur. Oh.
Hey, Sim, where's Ben?
Right behind me.
Idiot. Anybody gonna stop him? Something?
What are you doing?
Ooh.
Where are Ben and Kevin?
Oh, wait a minute. He doesn't have the crystal.
I was already suspicious when Simeon knew what the DNA alien ear cleaner was. Remember how he told us he'd never heard of him?
Me too.
Yeah, if you've got the crystal,
What does he
what
have?
does he have?
Sounds like you made a real monkey out of him. No offense. What is this? A joke?
Ooh.
Maybe you need to have your ears cleaned.
And there you guys have it. That was episode 6 of season 2 of Ben 10 Alien Force, Birds of a Feather. I believe that's the title of the episode, Birds of a Feather. And we got introduced to another spider monkey. Well, we actually learned the actual name of the alien itself, but another spider monkey, essentially, Simeon, who showed up at the opening of the episode where essentially Ben, Gwen, and Kevin were ambushed by a bunch of DNA aliens. And then it looked like for a minute, because I was actually confused too, because Kevin was, that all of a sudden, because Ben turned into Spider Monkey and was going around, all of a sudden Spider Monkey's just destroying DNA aliens. Like there's like rapid punches and stuff and going crazy. I'm like, oh my god, Ben, you're going insane here. Holy crap, this is cool. Because I'm like, this just shows how powerful Spider Monkey is. And it turns out it was all a ploy. It was all just to get, you know, a happen chance meeting with them, essentially, because Simeon was, it's all about the play. And I kind of started to feel like, man, something's wrong here. Something is wrong here. And I was right. Thankfully, my gut feeling was right. So then it's revealed that there's another spider monkey, Simeon. And he's like, well, oh, you're the famous Ben Tennyson. You're the famous guy with the Omnitrix. And so a little conversation. He says he has a mission, something he has to do. And Ben's like, well, maybe I'll help you. You helped save us. You protected us and everything. So I should help you. And then, you know, cryogenics lab, all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, so why do you need a cryogenics lab specifically? Regardless. And so they part ways. But Ben's still thinking about it. But there's something that Kevin picked up which ties all in. It was random at first, but it was some sort of like, it looked like an ear cleaner, some sort of a DN alien tech thing. It looks like an ear cleaner and has like acid in it, and it burned a hole in Ben's floor in his room. And they were having that little conversation, and then it cuts to a cryogenics lab where Ben shows up as Goop, or is Goop, whatever the I always do it when I hear it. If I hear the voice, I could try my best impersonation, but now I can't think of the actual way he says Goop or something like that. You get what I'm saying? And he stops Simeon because he grabs one of the guards' guns and stops him and rolls up in a giant goop ball and took him out because Simeon was going to start firing back. Okay, it was already bad enough that he was stealing cryogenics. He was stealing something from the lab. But then Ben and him are by themselves. So Ben is here. I hope Ben really, because Ben has learned lessons in the past from the classic series, but then does the mistake again. Like, he learns lessons, but he also repeats the mistakes that he learned the lessons from in previous episodes. And you guys pointed that out during the Ben 10 Classic run that that's happened. I hope in this instance, tying onto all this now, why I'm explaining that, I'm hoping Ben will actually learn from this experience, this mistake, because he believed the Prince Simeon, as he was making up this story. It was an interesting story, finding back it's these aliens and this crystal and how important it is. And so he needs to get it back, and it's on the moon. Okay, why is the crystal from your planet? I forget what he called it, but his planet he's supposedly from. If the story is to be believed, why would they hide the crystal on our moon on Earth? Right? I don't understand that. Anyways, so Ben hears the story about how he was supposed to be crowned, but then the crystal was taken or hidden, and then they thought that was a sign that he wasn't, good enough to be king. At this point, I'm not completely rejecting him and his story, but I'm like, I don't know, because it's hard to trust people. Because even Gwen, earlier in the episode, when noticing there's two spider monkeys, right, and it's when Simeon's there and everything, stopping the DN aliens and helping out, obviously it's all a trick. It was all planned out. But she said, I hope it's not like one of those things like it's an evil version or, like the thing we just witnessed where we had two Bens, right? And we had an inferior Omnitrix on the other, Albedo or whatever that character's name was. I think that was the character's name. So even that was referenced, so it's kind of hinting at something. So, and then we're in a spaceship. We're now in his spaceship going to the moon. And only Ben and Simeon are talking. Kevin and Gwen are kind of a little farther away, but see, Simeon can hear them talking, and so every single time he's trying to find a way to go, oh, they don't believe me. And Ben's like, don't worry about it. I don't listen to them either. Don't worry about it. It's whatever. So they get there. There's a bunch of these robots that explode on impact if they detect movement, and they get past that. Gwen is separated from them, so it's just Kevin, Simeon, and Ben. They go into the building, and then Kevin gets separated because there's a bunch more robots past another doorway, because there's a bunch of doorways just keep opening up. and there's a bunch of robots, so he uses the rolling like lift or whatever. They're rolling like, I don't know what do you call it, like how it's basically it's rolling to open the door or whatever. He used that metal, runs in there, starts beating the crap out of robots. He gives a radio to Ben and Kevin. Simeon does. I thought that was interesting. Okay, because your whole point is just to get to the crystal, and when we actually know what, if we find out, of course, what it is in a minute. But Kevin's separated now. It's just Ben and the spider monkey Simeon, and then we have the guy who's actually protecting the facility, and it's clear that this guy is not ill-fitted to fight, and he should be, but he's not. And Simeon was going to throw him to his death, right, when they actually confront him, because he goes to the speaker at first. He's like, you better leave. You better. He's like, and Ben's like, he's scared. He's worried and everything. And then Simeon turns and is a dumbass, because he said earlier in the episode when they first met him that he doesn't know the DNA aliens. He doesn't know who they are. But then he references the thing that Ben has, the little, like, looks like an ear cleaner that they had showed earlier, that Kevin was like, that's like a DNA alien type thing, right? He points out, he's like, hey, how did you get that? And he specifically named it. Simeon did. And Ben's like, that's a long story. And I'm like, at that point, and Ben said, yeah, that's when I kind of knew. I'm like, I hope so, Ben, because if you didn't pick up on that, that would have been embarrassing, because he specifically named it. And you said you didn't know what the DN aliens were. You had no idea. So they get to the crystal after Ben finds out the truth off camera, off screen, but he saves that janitor's life and changes from Big Chill, because Simeon's like, I think this guy deserves to be chilled or whatever. Like, basically, Simeon wanted Ben as Big Chill to freeze him, which, by the way, it's I didn't even think about this till now. It's weird to see Big Chill after he had kids, or she, whatever. I guess Big Chill doesn't have a gender. I don't fucking know. Anyways, Big Chill had babies last time we saw Big Chill. But, yeah, Simeon wanted Big Chill, Ben, to freeze the janitor, to kill him, I guess. But... so Ben turns into Jet Ray, saves him, and then Simeon goes in and here's the crystal. And then he gets electrocuted. Ben saves him as Chromostone, which is a nice pull, because Chromostone, I guess, is like, electricity's not affecting him. And so he grabs the crystal. It's not a crystal. It helps operate the base for communications, because Simeon was taking the crystal away because it'll stop communication, so that when the hybrids invade and when all the invasion starts, which we had saw last episode, that the whole point of the arc and everything was for the ships to fly through the portal onto Earth to destroy it, the invasion. We take the communication offline, the station on the moon offline with this crystal. We remove the power source. They can't contact, so your Earth is screwed. Your world is screwed. So Ben, of course, confronts Simeon. Simeon reveals all this information about, it's all made up. I'm like, of course it is. But it's interesting because it's showing an evil version of an alien Ben can turn into, right? So it's like, okay, this one is not saying all of them, right, in that species are bad. It's just this one individual was. So I started to suspect, as Simeon is running through and getting on the ship, that the crystal's not in the case. But Ben made a good point about holding it. You see, there's like radioactive thing or whatever, power, electricity. That's why it's in this case. So Simeon takes it, lies, because Kevin's like, hey, where's Ben? He's right behind me. No, he's not. Then they all leave, right? Well, he leaves. They're all there. But the guy at the station will help get them back on his ship or whatever. And the crystal was right there. He's holding on to it. Simeon took that little ear-looking thing. Now, I think based off of how it cuts away, but you hear the noise, because the hybrid is obviously none too pleased with Simeon bringing forth that instead of the crystal that he asked for, that he was going to be paying Simeon for. I think he killed Simeon. I think that was the implication, because that stuff is acid and that burns through flooring, and that burned through the floor whenever Ben and Simeon are holding onto that like block that's dropping down on them. So I have a feeling that with him using that on Simeon, Simeon died. So they actually implicated, I think, a death here, which is kind of brutal. Overall, enjoyed the episode. I wasn't sure where we were going with the opening of the episode with all the DN aliens, but now it all makes sense. It was all a ploy. It was all a trick to get them there about a tip or whatever it was. And they got ambushed. They got saved by a alien that Ben can miraculously turn into. How convenient. And then being told a lie, and then, yeah, the whole point of going in the moon and everything, and it was not about going back to my planet to become king. It's literally literally it's showing how fast the hybrids are in motion to get this job done, to get everything in place so that they can invade properly without any interference. So it's kind of crazy how we're really building up to it. I'm assuming that's going to be the season 2 big thing is the invasion. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just my guess based off of how fast this is now moving along. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode, Simeon, all that. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I enjoyed the episode. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.